So it is, little ones, we talk to you, yes? It's getting to the point where talking to a human being gets very tricky, where it is that each one has a set of rules and regulations that have been within them for many, many, many life cycles. And many perceptions are part of each and every moment. So there is a filter system, there is Maya, yes? And that Maya that exists has changes in its density according to how it is that your emotional body is operating on a particular day. So as you find yourself in this reality at this point in time where the emotional body is being basically controlled by the tempo of how it is the outer world is moving along or not, how it is that you have been able to satisfy your own needs. It's important because the threat is to the human that their needs are not going to get satisfied. And so it's necessary to come into oneself and know that you can satisfy your own needs. You cannot wait for another person or a set of circumstances at this point in time to satisfy your needs. You can be in a very intense moment and you basically have no needs. What is happening is that there is like a shock wave moving through the body that is working really in a very strong way to perceive what is going on. How is this working? I don't have any reference point for that. And that's not a comfortable place for the human being. But you're going to have to get used to not having the answers. As these moments move, as the change in the frequency and the vibration and the sense of connectedness to the physical plane is going to be tested, as you know inside of yourself that within your heart there will always be a reference point, but it will be within your heart. You cannot rely on anyone in the outer world, what they're doing, how it is they are feeling, what it is they are thinking, what it is they are saying, how it is they are operating. And so for years it's been said in many spiritual uplifting situations, bliss, follow your bliss, yes? Or you are bliss. The human basically doesn't remember they are bliss. So it's always a struggle, and that struggle is to clear away what it is that is happening around one, but that's not how to do it, is it? Once you get to clearing away what it is that is propelling you to move into your day or to perceive a particular situation in a particular way, then you recognize, this is the seat of my best discovery moment. Right? I can sit in this, and the outer world may oftentimes require an answer. It requires a response, or so it seems, yes? But the outside world is moving in many chaotic directions at the same time at this point. Before it was just chaotic, yes? Now it's moving in many chaotic directions at the same time. So if you are waiting until you perceive what is happening and then go into your little bag of tricks and figure out how to interact or react with what it is, because usually reactions come quite quickly, but if you really are studying your own patterns, you begin to know that reaction is not where you want to be or go. It's not what you want to use in your mode of communication. You want to be responsive, yes, but you want to be balanced, harmonious within yourself as you respond. The ultimate goal being to be harmonious with the other or be harmonious with the reality in which you are existing. So it is that the moments in time where it is that you are recognizing that you are sitting in the perfect position to relate to your reality, however it is that you have been drawing information or drawing experiences to you. There you are, and here you are. So right now, what's to be done? How to respond? We are not asking for response. We're using words to trigger and elicit the automaticness of the want, need, desire of the human to be able to respond. What is it? It's call and response. Even some of the most magical spiritual traditions, call and response. Call and response. Mother and child. Father and child. Speak, response. Waiting all the time for the little one to not be little and lying down, but gets to talk, gets to say something. And then the interaction between the two becomes verbal. And once you take that verbal interaction between people, there are all the little innuendos, all the little cues coming along with body language, expression of eyes and mouth, the way one hears. So being pre-verbal is a good place to be in your everyday life. Just imagine that. I am pre-verbal. It can be fun to do pantomime, yes. Most people are the dummy for the ventriloquist that sat them on their knee long ago, responding in ways that were dramatized, and the need being to be able to connect or be loved, be accepted, to be wanted, to be safe, to be fed, to be warm, to be dry, to be cared for, lingers in every response that a human makes to any situation or any other person. So being pre-verbal is a good place to start. And it's not just, I don't know. It's acknowledging that there is a struggle to respond rather than react, because reaction was a tumbling effect. So there is a struggle to respond, and noticing the dynamics of responding. How do I respond so that person likes me? How do I respond so that person feels okay? How do I respond so the outcome is what I want it to be? How do I respond because that was the way I was taught long ago? How do I respond to get the particular result that I want? How do I respond so that the energy stays pacified? Don't make waves. This is a good place where it is that when people begin to make a response over controversial ideas or controversial conversation, that you go pre-verbal. Because other than that, you're just going to be carrying out what it was you were taught and how it is you were impressed or repressed long ago, yes? So these are combinations of factors in this world at this time where people becoming responsible, right? So response, authentic, or pre-verbal, not worrying about how it is that you use your mouth, but there are certain ways in which you can respond, whether it's smiling eyes or smiling mouth, or it's closing eyes, or it's remembering your body and settling it down, feeling every part of your body relaxed, because other than that, the muscles are in a mode of automatic response to what is happening, because everything is being triggered as though it were in the past. So no one stays in the moment and is absolutely authentic, even though they have practiced for years or think that they are. They are not. So we're going back to pre-verbal. The practice being that you be with other people, you be in a situation where it is that you just are. And that comes back into when you do the sounding for the chakras. Yes? There are ways in which you are setting up a vibration, and it has that within it. It has the pre-verbal sounds of A, Ah, U, M. The only sounds that can be made without a tongue wagging in there. Pre-verbal sounds. Ah, U, M. When you start doing the sounds for the chakras, you are using the and you're putting a sound on the beginning. You have to use your tongue, yes? That's beginning verbal sounds. You have to put your lips together. You have to bring the breath up. Coming back to the you have to make all kinds of shifts in your mouth. These are interesting, very complex, complicated movements that have become ultimately a response of automaticness and a beautiful harmony between how it is that your mind works and your emotions work and how it is that you are presenting in the moment. Most of it comes from a training because you don't speak another language very often. You speak with the English. If you were another language, you would have another set of vibrational tones that you would be using. So coming back into the moment where it is that you settle yourself down, and all of those bija mantras for the chakras have special meanings and special ways that they key and cue you into your ultrasonic core, your vibrational pattern in the body. It's not your complete uniqueness when you use those sounds, but the tone of your voice is a print. And you are imprinting this reality every time you open your mouth. The ripple effect, yes? So these are things to know and to be aware of, knowing that you have power. You may wonder about that from time to time. You do have power, and you are driving that power through the feeling body of how it is you are relating in the moment into the reality that you perceive to be separate from you. Of course, it isn't separate from you. It's just an extenuation of your vibration. So becoming responsible for that, when you meet someone that is very awake, harmony is the key inside of themselves. They are in harmony with the universe. They are in harmony with many other levels that are very subtle. And so within the physical realm, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot going on, except the appreciation of the physical realm. It's like treating little children. It's like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. And just forgiveness, 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 everywhere. Once you get out of that third dimensional, perceptive, ancient part of yourself, you rise easily into compassion. And the bifurcation or the splitting of the realities is happening now. You can tell when you meet someone who is really struggling or really patterned, then you can watch, because that's not your way right now. It would have been maybe 10 years ago, So you would have been right in there. But the bifurcation is happening, and that movement between one level of understanding, another level of understanding, the movement between densities, because those humans that are very angry or have a lot of strong, forceful ways they operate on the planet, they are more dense, yes? They have a kapha, which means clinging, a clinging part of themselves. It's very much still holding on to the reality. That's density. Hold on to reality. So we're encouraging you through this little practice, which doesn't take very long, to remember that you are a vibration. And if you have that intention when you do this exercise or when you do this way of relating to your entirety, if you have that intention, dedicate this practice to that, you will find it's much easier to maintain a harmonic inside of yourself that is not constantly borrowing a vibration from someone else. It's very easy to remember that two tuning forks that are in the same proximity, one gets struck and then the other eventually will come into the same harmony or vibration, just because that happens with people. So remembering that, know that this is a truth. This is subtle. This is you. This is a tool for you to become more comfortable in your body, in your day, and to get more familiar with the subtle part of yourself, let's say that, but also the part of yourself that is not manifest. Because until you open your mouth, you are lingering in the unmanifest of the creation that can come forward from your ability. Your word is like a wand. Whatever you speak, whatever you send out is going to come back, because it is a vibration, and that vibration has a sounding board out there that you have created with the people in your life, the situations that you live with, the ideas and the ideals that you have, and you are moving into a subtle way of being in less density, but meanwhile, in less density, if you come into contact with something that is more dense, it's going to be more of an impression. It's more like stopping at a wall when the car is just driving along, floating along, and boom, wall. So remember that. You are creating your own reality, of course. You're perceiving your own reality. You're participating. And now you're moving into a greater state of awareness. And it's not about what's out there. It's about what you are about in the moment. And what you are about in the moment, in your present state, is the platform for your new creations. You want them based on love and harmony and very stable in a way in which spirit is the main part of your creation. Then you are in position now with this information to let it be so. You are creators. You are here to experience. And along the way, perhaps to create the space for yourself. Yes? Know that the truth will set you free, if in fact you can perceive it. Because the truth is not in words. It is a presentation in this reality of the ultimate harmony in this universe, in this moment. Allow it to be so with your blessing. Yes, it's good to talk to you. Yes, I am Kwan Yin.